Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey, here once again with another video on Superman and Lois Season 4? Yep, we're there. So a couple of days ago, we got the official confirmation that Superman and Lois had been renewed for a fourth, but not, at least in the moment, final season, but there were going to be some changes heading into that fourth season next year, coming out of Season 3. One of them being that we would be going down to 10 episodes for Season 4 from the 13 episodes we had in Season 3, which was already brought down from 15, which Seasons 1 and 2 had. But we also learned that there would be some cast reductions to help with budget-saving measures to make the show more financially feasible, along with some other cuts which we still are yet to find out more about. But now we know which of the cast is facing the chopping block, at least in regards to being series regulars, as well as who is staying as a series regular, and also which brand new character is being up to a series regular status, despite not appearing on the show as of yet. But we are going to read out the news from Deadline, as they are usually the place that, pieces it all together the best. So this is what is coming out about Superman and Lois heading into Season 4. The CW's Superman and Lois has set the returning cast for the recently picked up 10-episode fourth season, with 4 of the 12 Season 3 series regulars coming back amid budget cuts. Departing as series regulars are Dylan Walsh, Emmanuel Shrikri, I think that's how I pronounce it, Eric Valdez, Indy Navarrete, Wole Parks, Taylor Buck, and Sophia Hasmick. Deadline has learned 5 of them had been on the show from the start, which was Walsh, Shukri, Valdez, Parks, and Navarrete. The hope is for the 7 to guest star / recur next season, reprising their roles subject to interest on their part as well as availability. Returning for Season 4 are Tyler Hoechlin and Elizabeth Tulloch as the title characters, Superman and Lois. Fellow series regulars Michael Bishop and Alex Garfin as their children Jonathan and Jordan, as well as Michael Cudlitz, who plays Lex Luthor, sources tell Deadline. Warner Brothers Television, which produces Superman and Lois with studio-based Belanti's Productions, did decline comment. So overall, initial thoughts on this, it was a bit of a random thing to see. I thought they might have left it for a week before they announced it, but really it's not overly surprising getting this overall news about characters leaving. I just don't think most people thought it would be this many, like the majority of the regular cast from Season 3. Now, they say there were, 4 of the 12, and hold on, they only named 7 people leaving. It's very important to remember that Chad L. Coleman, who played Bruno Mannheim, was a regular for this season, but of course, he's not going to continue into Season 4 because his story's done. So he's not included as one of the people that's being forced to leave as a series regular. So just to clarify that, because people might have been like, hey, that math is not mathing. But yeah, I just don't think most people thought it would be this many. Maybe the Cushings and Chrissy Beppo, a lot of people would have gone, hey, they're the ones that are going to leave. That makes a lot of sense. But many people are surprised by John Henry Irons, played by Wole Parks, and Natalie Irons, played by Taylor Buck, not coming back as regulars, or at least potentially the suggestion that they might not come back at all in Season 4 and Season 3 is it for them. And I think that might have been the suggestion because there hasn't been a ridiculous amount of them this season, and maybe they were saving for stuff in Season 4, if other people leave and everything like that. So the fact that they potentially might not be back is surprising to some people. Now, overall for me, in regards to this, I don't necessarily think this is a bad thing. It's probably a good thing for the show as a whole to sort of trim the fat, if you want to put it, but it's still not good to see people lose their jobs. I wish everyone the best that is being cut as a series regular, and though there is that option for them to come back for a handful of episodes, which we'll touch upon in a second, obviously you want consistent work. So I like the actors on the show, and it's not like anyone there is a bad actor. I think they're all really solid actors, especially the people that are leaving. So I wish them all the best, and hopefully, you'll see them on something else sometime soon. But that is really an important thing to note from this news. This is not saying that all these characters aren't coming back at all. It's just not as regular, so they won't be in the majority of episodes if they do appear in Season 4. But as the press release does state, they do hope that the 7 cast members that were dropped as series regulars will be able to guest star in episodes or potentially even recur throughout the season, depending on whether they have any interest in doing that, and also more importantly, if they are actually available to film. And the chances of that happening are probably still decent with some or maybe all, because at least in regards to the availability thing, because we are past the pilot season for TV, so it's not like too much stuff is too many projects are casting actors at the moment, at least in regards to the network TV. So unless it's streaming stuff, which I guess really is probably the majority of projects out there at the moment, so maybe there is some opportunities for some of the people, but it just doesn't seem like the perfect time of the year, especially with the writer's strike, for that to happen. So they'd probably be fine to, book in some work for a month if they know they can get it right now. And it just wouldn't surprise me if the show itself would use the actors if needed, and also if they're available, more towards the start of the season. I don't know if they want them to linger in the back half, or those to be the episodes that they appear in be in like the final half. They'd probably want them to be towards the beginning, especially if like certain logistical changes happen on the show in regards to where it's set. We still don't know exactly what's happening there. That might be hidden until we actually see, set photos, or even start watching next season, or see a trailer or something. That's still unknown. One thing we do know is that Dylan Walsh, who plays, or maybe I guess depending on what happens going to season 4, played General Sam Lane, or Lois's dad, was offered 3 episodes of the 10 as a recurring character. So guest star would be 1, maybe arguably 2 episodes. Once you get into like 3 episodes, you are recurring. We don't know exactly where those episodes would have been. Would have been like episode 1, episode 4, episode 7, or would it have been like 1, 2, 3 in a row? We don't know exactly the logistics and the set out of those 3 potential recurring episodes, but that was revealed by his wife on Instagram. That whole Instagram post was like he was like the first cast member that we knew was not coming back as a series regular, because that was announced like on the day that the news came out about, season 4 was renewed, but also that cast would be dropped. So we already knew about that for a couple of days, but then we get some more information alongside it. So you would assume with him getting 3 episodes out of the 10 as a recurring character, or that offer there, you would assume some of the actors, if not most, would have, been offered similar, if not the same. So that seems to be what they would go for. 3, maybe 4 episodes, depending on the character, as a potential recurring offer. Or maybe like someone like Chrissy Beppo got a 1 episode offer as a guest star. Then maybe some of the Cushings got like a 2 or 3. And then maybe Sam Lane got a 3-1 as well. So, and then like Wole Parks and and Taylor Buck as the Irons, they might have got a 2 or 3 episode offer as well, just to sort of wrap up story, or just keep them featured in the show in some way, but just not as regulars. It's a bit of a weird situation because it's such a big cut. Other network shows are doing it. It's not, Superman and Lois isn't on its own. There's a couple of sitcoms on network TV that have had to do the same, where they've only had to keep like 2 or 3 people as series regulars, and everyone else has been cut as a series regular and might be able to like guest star or recur. So Superman and Lois isn't on its own. It's just like a drama, like the first drama I think that's gone through this process. But yeah, we'll probably learn more in the coming weeks or months as they lead up to filming season 4. But yeah, just a weird situation at the moment. Now, one of the big questions, which we're sort of suggesting before, is the move from Smallville. Does this confirm it? I've seen people saying that. I've been talking about this for a while, stuff that I've heard. Now, it's not 100% confirmed at all at this time, and this news doesn't 100% suggest it's confirmed either. But it definitely would go in hand with that rumor of moving to Metropolis if we're losing all these cast members, but it will be a wait and see. By the sounds of it, the Kent Fund that they currently use won't be able to be used next season, just once again due to money issues, and I think it's the owners want too much. It's either they don't want them filming there anymore, or they want like much more money to use it. And we know the downtown Smallville set is still standing despite the lease coming up this season. So it's still standing there for now. So maybe they use it in early episodes for season 4 if they are moving to Metropolis. And then it goes down, they leave it behind, and maybe those opening episodes is where we get these, former season regulars in their recurring roles. I'm not too sure. The whole situation is a wait and see. It's very murky, very grey at the moment. But yeah, I wouldn't take this as a move to Metropolis or from Smallville 100% at the moment, but there's just the constant rumors that were there, months ago, and now this, and potentially some other stuff that's going to come up soon. It just does suggest it, but yeah, it's a wait and see. But yeah, as the article also talks about, alongside the axing of those 7 season regulars, there is one character being upgraded to a series regular, and that is Michael Cudlitz's Lex Luthor, who we will be meeting in the coming week on Superman and Lois as he is released from prison. So he's still yet to appear officially on the show. And as we've talked about for a while, this was always the plan for his character, to be in the background and mentioned throughout season 3, with a short stint in season 3's last handful of episodes, and then have a major role in season 4. That was in the cast and description all those months ago, and has stayed consistently correct up until this point. So it will be interesting to see what the setup for season 4 is at the end of season 3 with Lex and also Superman, Lois, and the boys, who are the only current series regulars that are staying on in that position. This Lex Luthor is probably going to be pretty pissed off due to what's happened over the past 17 years. That's how long he's been in prison. So it should be a good watch to see what he does at the end of season 3, and also potentially what happens in season 4 with him as well. So pretty exciting. In regards to the potential season 4 story, once again, it probably depends where it's set. I think if it is fully set in Metropolis, or the majority of the season is set in Metropolis, it wouldn't surprise me if it's Lex trying to regain control, but maybe even going a bit more hardcore with how he goes about things. It also is going to be very interesting to see the superhero aspect of the show. It probably would be cheaper to do a lot of like Metropolis flying around, because you can just use like an easy CGI model of Superman flying through Metropolis, and they'd have all the VFX models and stuff already done for that. So I don't know how expensive that would be compared to seeing what they do like when they do it in Smallville, and there's a bit more like maybe physical stuff going on. But I wouldn't mind seeing like Lois going back and working at the Daily Planet, maybe even Clark doing that as well. I think that'd be pretty cool. And it'd make it feel like more of a Superman show rather than a Smallville show, which has been for the first, 2 now going on 3 seasons once we get to the end. Like, it's still very Superman-y, but like not what people expect from Superman. So some people might say it's like regressing, because it was meant to sort of be like the follow-on from their life in Metropolis. But, if Lex Luthor rises back to power and everything, that is something that would drag them back into living in Metropolis and going about things, and Lois going back and working at the Daily Planet because she feels like it's her duty. And obviously, like, Morgan Edge, aka Tal Rowe, isn't, controlling Daily Planet anymore. So things are set up where it makes sense for them to go back, though I can see people solving some issues with it, which is fair enough. Now, there is no details on season 4's filming or anything like that. Nothing came along with this article in regards to that. It's just saying that they are getting like all this stuff sorted out now, and the casting stuff out of the way. Does suggest that the filming might start over the next couple of months. But yeah, there's nothing there. So we'll just have to wait and, watch this space in regards to that. But I'd be surprised if they started later than September. I'd expect September the latest, just so they can get episodes done before they probably premiere in February or March of next year. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, be awesome. Go drop a like on it, show support. Let me know in the comment section down below your various opinions on this. Are you happy with this decision? Do you have any issues with the people that are being dropped or anything like that? And how do you think it might work? Predictions for season 4 story in regards to its setting and everything like that. Let me know in the comment section down below. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. And I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.